What's going on, guys? Welcome to the channel. Today I want to talk about Nintendo Switch 2 and the state it's currently in. And it's not even out yet. All I gotta say is it's not looking good if you're a collector. I consider Nintendo one of the last known consoles or companies to kind of preserve their games, okay, from a physical standpoint, guys. I love collecting for Nintendo. I love collecting for all consoles, but Nintendo had a special charm to them because the cartridges is something that most other companies kind of abandoned a long time ago, and Nintendo is the only one left standing. But now with the Switch 2, things have changed, and not for the better. Okay, now we're going down this all digital path, this key card situation, where you buy a game. It's a physical package, it's a physical game inside, but it's really just a hunk of plastic. Put it in the Switch 2, and then it will download the game to your system from the Nintendo servers. Problem with that is, when time passes and the servers no longer exist, that piece of plastic will be just that, a piece of plastic.
Get the fuck out of my office.
It will be useless. And that's the problem I have with Nintendo, or shall I say the Switch 2. And that's where we're headed. Listen, I'm not naive, guys. I know that we are headed in a digital age where eventually everything will be digital. Okay, I'm a huge gamer, have been for so long. Since I can remember, I've loved video games, and this is just something that's kind of hard to let go. But at the same time, I guess a lot of us just have to accept it. I don't want to, but it looks like we have no choice, guys. And when Nintendo starts telling us, hey, we're going the digital route, then I think it's safe to say we're on borrowed time.
Lay off that.
I just thought Nintendo was gonna stretch it out just a little bit longer, man. Just a little bit, but I guess I was wrong. Just Google Nintendo Switch 2 and you will find all you need to know about what they're doing with their third-party games. Now, a lot of us thought that we would be getting a lot of physical copies just like we did for the Switch 1, but apparently they're only using a 64 gigabyte card universally. So these third-party companies who are making these games that are small, okay, minute games in size, still have to consider if they want to go physical, they have to pay for manufacturing of a 64 gig card. So it may be a game out there right now that an indie studio wants to put out physical, but the game is only 600 megabytes. And the only choice they have is to use a 64 gigabyte card. And so of course that's going to cut into their bottom line, and they would be losing money if they chose that route, if they wanted to go physical. So what do most companies end up doing? They're going to go the digital route. And that's why all these third-party games that we see for the Switch 2 that are coming out later, you're going to see them downloadable only. You're not going to get them on the physical disc. Now, there are third-party companies out there, which a lot of you may know. There is PlayAsia, and there's also other companies like Limited Run Games. But I think those are only two. There may be others out there that I'm missing. Correct me if I'm wrong. And what I'm trying to say is it's a losing battle that we're fighting. And Nintendo has chosen to go this route. And that basically means it's the beginning of the end, guys. I hate to say it. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but that's just what it looks like. And that just makes me not want to jump the gun on buying the Switch 2 like I used to feel. I wanted the Switch 2 just as much as a lot of you Nintendo fans out there, maybe watching this video. But when I got this news and things started to spill over, I started realizing that I don't really need the Switch 2 as bad as I thought I did. The Switch 2 is coming out June 5th, and it's going to include Mario Kart World, and it's also a couple months later going to be dropping the new Donkey Kong game, okay? Which is a cool game, don't get me wrong. But I was never a Mario Kart fan, and Donkey Kong was never a favorite of mine. So those two games I'm going to pass on, especially with the high price tags that Nintendo is placing on them now, even digitally, guys. So I'm not in a rush to buy those, okay? I'm looking forward to the third-party companies, and I'm looking forward to games that will come out later on for the Switch that will catch my interest. And right now, these games aren't it. And when that happens, then I'll decide, hey, maybe it's time to get a Switch 2. But there's so many things right now going against the Switch 2. And I'm not even talking about tariffs. That's just an added thing that we have to manage, or we have to think about moving down the line, guys. That could be a big hindrance for Nintendo. And I'm just not willing to pay, even without all the tariffs and all the other stuff, I'm not willing to pay $500 plus $80 for a game after taxes, guys. I'm just not willing to do it. I'll wait. Hopefully Nintendo will come out with bangers, more bangers, and it's going to take some time. In my opinion, maybe a year and a half tops before there's 3 or 4 titles that I actually want to play. And then I may start to consider picking up that Switch 2. But right now I still have my Switch, my original. I have every console. I'm a console gamer if you guys didn't know. And my backlog is ridiculous, as most of ours are. If you're an avid gamer like me and you play a lot of video games, most likely you have a huge backlog. I have plenty of games to keep me busy. I'm in no rush to pay that much money for one game, and that's why I won't be buying it day one, even if it was available right now. And that's another problem for a lot of people, the scalping. Okay, the scalpers are going crazy like usual, and that's just the nature of the beast. I knew the Nintendo Switch 2 was going to sell like crazy, no matter what people said, no matter how much we complained about their price hikes, and so on and so forth, man. It is what it is. You're either going to get with it or not. And I'm just choosing not to right now at this time. I'm not saying I'll never buy the Switch 2. I'm just saying I'm not going to buy it right now because it just doesn't make logical sense. Now, if you're a huge Mario Kart fan, if you love Donkey Kong, more power to you. If that's what makes you happy, go crazy.
Chicka, yeah, figga, outside.
But right now, I'm going to chill and I'm going to wait and see what happens. And these tariffs, if they kick in, we're looking at, guys, $700, maybe $800 potentially for a Switch 2. So you ask yourself, is that console worth that much to pay right now? Or should you just wait until it's actually worth it for you? Now, I'm a huge gamer. I love them to death. But even I will sit here and tell you guys that, in my humble opinion, is not worth the squeeze. So with that being said, guys, leave your comments down below. Tell me how you feel about this situation. Are you planning on buying a Switch 2? Do you have one pre-order? Are you looking forward to Donkey Kong and Mario Kart World? Let's talk about it. And I will see you guys in the next video.